Your controls are done. Your artifacts are uploaded. Your information system security manager says, "Send it through the workflow." And now you're staring at the Enterprise Mission Assurance Support Service, EMAS, because there are two approval chains, the CAC and the PAC. And nobody explained which one, in what order, or what happens after you click Submit. Push the wrong one or push the right one too early, and your package sits in somebody's queue for 3 weeks while your authorization to operate clock keeps running. Today, we fix that for good. This video covers what each chain governs, when to use each, what happens after you click Submit, and the mistakes that stall packages for weeks. If you're an information system security officer in your first year, and the Workflows tab still feels like a mystery box, this is for you. Here's what most people get wrong. They treat the workflow like one big submit button you press at the end, after everything else is finished. It isn't. Workflows are how EMAS enforces role separation throughout the risk management framework. They exist so that no single person can write a control, validate it, and authorize the system on their own. Every system record has two chains, staffed under management, then personnel. The CAC, the control approval chain, governs how security controls are tested, assessed, and validated. One control at a time. The PAC, the package approval chain, governs the workflows that move your system. Authorization, change requests, plan of action and milestones approvals, the annual security review, and one day, decommission. Most new security officers never touch the CAC until their security manager asks why none of their controls have been validated. Some build all 300+ controls in isolation for 6 months, then shove everything through at once. That's how you flood a validator's queue, get bulk returns, and lose a month. Let's define them in practice. The CAC is the validation pipeline for individual controls. You enter self-assessment test results against each assessment procedure. Status, test date, tested by, and results. Then you submit that control for independent review. A validator reviews your results and evidence, and either approves the control or returns it. IMAS tracks this with a status progression worth memorizing. Unofficial means you've self-assessed, but nobody has validated. Validated means the validator has weighed in with their own test result. Official means the control is approved through the full chain. Think of the CAC as code review for controls. Small batches, fast feedback, problems caught while they're cheap to fix. The PAC is the chain that carries decisions. When your package is ready, you initiate an authorization type workflow from the package header. And the package moves role by role, security manager, assessor, authorizing official until someone signs or sends it back. Rule of thumb: the CAC runs while you implement and assess. The PAC runs when you ask for a decision. Let me walk you through a real sequence on a mock system. Month 1, categorization done, baseline assigned. Here's what most new to officers miss. Your first workflow fires right now, months before any package exists. The security plan, your categorization, tailoring actions, and planned implementations go through their own approval workflow before you implement anything. Months 2 through 4, you're entering test results and building evidence. Each time you finish a control family, you push it through the CAC as a batch. From the controls listing, under bulk processing, submit for review, send it with the comment, "Access control family complete." Test results on all assessment procedures, evidence associated. Your validator works on the batch that week. 3 controls come back for rework. You fix 3 controls in a day. Find those same 3 problems during the formal package review instead, and each fix means a finding, a plan of action, and milestones entry, and a risk conversation. Same defect, 10 times the cost. That's the entire argument for running the CAC continuously. Month 6, every control shows compliant official. Every non-compliant control has an ongoing or risk-accepted plan of action and milestones item. And that's not just good practice, it's a hard gate. IMAS will block the package with a red notification until it's true. Now the PAC. From the package header, you initiate the authorization workflow. And IMAS takes a static snapshot of your system and controls. Your reviewers evaluate the snapshot, not the live system. You select Approve, enter your required comment, and the chain runs. The assessor writes an executive summary and a recommendation. The authorizing official sets the risk score, any terms and conditions, and signs. And here's the payoff. When every control has already survived CAC validation, the review goes faster, and the findings list gets shorter. The PAC is smooth because the CAC did its job all year. So how do you CAC a 300+ control baseline without drowning? You batch. That's what the bulk processing screen is for. Batch by family or by implementation type, and agree on the cadence with your security manager and validator first. Nobody wants the entire baseline landing in their queue on a Friday afternoon. That's not a submission, that's an ambush. Now think like the person your submission just landed on. Your reviewer opens a queue of 12 items, with 2 moves for each. Approve it forward or return for rework. The submissions with real comments get worked on first, because they can be worked on. The ones that just say approved sit there. And the safest move on a submission the reviewer can't decode is return for rework. A useless comment is a return request you wrote yourself. And everything lands in the historical workflow listing, a permanent record of who submitted what, when, and who sat on it. Write real comments, submit on time, and that record protects you. 3 rules. 1. Never initiate the PAC on a dirty CAC. If non-compliant controls are missing their plan of action and milestones items, IMAS blocks the package anyway. So run the built-in filter on the controls listing before you touch the package header. The PAC is the final exam. The CAC is the homework. 2. Every submission gets a real comment. What it contains, what changed, where to look. 2 sentences minimum. 3. Know your chain. Workflows route to the roles assigned under management, personnel, and vacancies dead end. If nobody holds the second CAC position, bulk processing shows you no controls at all. And chains change with software releases. IMAS 5.11.1 merged the Air Force's Program Manager, Security Manager, and Security Officer roles into a single role. Read the release notes and ask your security manager how your chain is configured. Quick traps. The snapshot trap. Reviewers see a frozen copy of your package, so fixing the live system mid-review changes nothing they can see, and new test results knock a validated control back to unofficial. Wrong. Workflow type. Assess and authorize and assess only are different processes. If you're not certain, ask. Treating return for rework as rejection. It's a to-do list. Fix every item and say what changed. Assuming submission equals awareness. If your package sits for a week, follow up. And the vacation black hole. Know how reassignment works before your approver leaves for 3 weeks. Here's what to take with you. The CAC validates controls while you build. Unofficial, validated, official. The PAC carries the decisions. Batch your submissions, write real comments, verify the chain is staffed, and remember the package is a snapshot the moment you submit. Workflows aren't paperwork. They're the system that turns your year of work into a signature. If you want the full playbook, the ISO Field Guide covers every step of the risk management framework in IMAS, plus all 20 control families and a printable reference pack. $97, one purchase, works offline. Link in the description. If this helped, subscribe. 1 video a week for working security officers. See you next time.